It's 4:30 and this is WKYT This Morning. We know that one person has died after their car crashed into a Lexington fire truck. The latest details are ahead this morning.
Heavy rains hit eastern Kentucky, causing some creeks and streams to flood. We'll hear from some people who live near a flooded road.
And today is a big day for the presidential candidates. The front runners will try to cement their nomination by winning Indiana's primary. We're out on the campaign trail, which of course includes here in Kentucky as well. Ahead on WKYT This Morning.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. Welcome into WKYT on your Tuesday. We're so glad you're with us here bright and early. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Michelle Chamberlain. And it's spring, it's Derby week. It's an exciting time around Kentucky.
It's all of that, and we've had some rain to deal with. But it looks like by the time we get to those special events toward the end of the week, things will start to look better. Meteorologist Micah Harris is on duty. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, and that cooler air is blowing on in here, too. You will absolutely feel a difference as we head throughout the next few days. That's our main focus, is that cooler air. I will say this, there is a shower rolling through Owsley County over Boonville at the moment. And if you remember, date back from yesterday, Boonville right across Highway 30, as you travel off toward Jackson and Breathitt County, you're going to be seeing a shower roll through. It's a moderate shower, but it's rolling right through a region that's under a flood warning at this moment. So it's just adding to the madness that we've had over toward east and southeastern Kentucky with that flooding. Temperatures are there in the 50s right now. We get into your afternoon, we'll be in the low to mid 60s. Now there is a shower chance in the forecast. It's not widespread, but it is there. And I'll take you through the next few days, because the next few days, it's about the temperatures. Could we be seeing 30s in the forecast? I'll have that coming up.
Right, we'll see in a bit with that. Thank you. We're learning some new details about what investigators think led to a deadly crash involving a Lexington fire truck and a car.
The crash happened late yesterday afternoon on Man o' War Boulevard near Nichols Park Drive. That's not far from Nicholsville Road. Now, Officer Don shot this video from Sky First. Monique Blair spoke with investigators to find out the latest information.
It's pretty horrendous. I mean, a fire truck that's a large object, and such a small compact car.
And then for some reason, which our collision reconstructionists are going to try to determine, a vehicle, a passenger car, jumped the median and got in front of the fire truck and was hit in the side in what we call a T-bone fashion.
Lexington Fire Department Assistant Chief Harold Hoskins says after the collision, the fire truck driver was trapped. So the two other firefighters who were in the truck helped move the car, and the driver was able to free himself with minimal injuries. The firefighters then went to help the driver of the silver car. The driver, 23-year-old Cody Emery, was taken to UK Hospital, where he died a short time later. Assistant Chief Hoskins says this was a tough day for everyone involved, including the emergency crews who were called to respond to this scene.
There's always that concern of how bad they may be hurt, and how well you're going to function when you get here to work on someone you know. That's not what you look forward to.
Assistant Chief Hoskins says the fire truck had its lights and sirens engaged as it was on its way to a first aid emergency.
We tell people early on that until you get to a scene, you're not going to benefit anyone. You're not going to have a positive impact on anything on a scene until you get there. So driving is a very critical part of what we do.
That was Monique Blair reporting. Now, Lexington police are asking for anyone who may have witnessed this accident to call them because, again, they're still trying to figure out why that car jumped the median.
Magoffin County schools are on a 2-hour delay this morning after heavy rain in eastern Kentucky caused some creeks and streams to flood. Some roads had to be closed yesterday after being covered in high water. Garrett Weimer talked with people in Magoffin County who live near a flooded-out road.
Neighbors here have seen how powerful this water can be.
It gets up big.
And it comes fast.
And it comes fast.
Folks who live along Highway 867 have dealt with high water for the past couple of days now.
There's 3 ways you can get home. I tried to go around Booger and go through that way. It was flooded at the sand bottom too. There ain't no other way of getting in. If we get flooded out up there, we're stuck.
This isn't even as bad as it was on Sunday when floodwaters turned roads and yards here into what looked like an ocean.
Oh, you work all day long when you know the water's coming up to get your stuff put up. Then after all the water's over with, you start taking it back down. It's just a stressful situation.
Folks around here are used to high water. They say on Sunday the entire road was underwater. In fact, the only way in and out was on this trail bridge built for walking, horses, and bike riding. They say on Sunday even cars were driving on it. Howard says the water went down early Monday morning but started rising again in the afternoon. By evening, part of 867 was again completely underwater. But that didn't stop some folks from trying to drive through the high waters.
Yeah, there've been people driving through it. They drive four-wheelers through it. Crazy.
And as the rain kept falling, neighbors again kept their eyes on the rising water. In Magoffin County, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
In Letcher County, some people spent their day cleaning up flood damage as well. High water covered much of Grassy Fork Road, even surrounded some homes over the weekend. One woman says, along with the muddy mess, storms also caused her roof to leak and left her without power. And a man living nearby says water ran under his trailer, destroying the foundation. He says repairing the damage won't come cheap.
When you live on a fixed income, you know, you plan your bills from one month to the next. You don't plan on replacing water pipes and sewer pipes and insulation. You don't plan on that stuff, so it sets you back pretty good.
No injuries were reported from the flash flooding in Letcher County.
Democratic presidential frontrunner Hillary Clinton talked about the economy during a campaign stop in Kentucky. Clinton talked to voters at a restaurant in Ashland yesterday before heading to neighboring West Virginia. Now, while she had many supporters on hand, there were also some protesters who blamed her for the loss of coal jobs. Clinton said she came to the region to hear concerns from voters, and she says she wants to create new job opportunities.
We've got to take a step back and say, okay, how are we actually going to create jobs? How are we going to, in the global economy, provide enough incentives to get people to bring their jobs here to Eastern Kentucky, to West Virginia, to Southeast Ohio? That's what I'm focused on.
Now, former President Bill Clinton will campaign for his wife in Kentucky today. He'll start with a rally outside the Space Science Center at Morehead State University at 10 o'clock this morning. He'll then head to Lexington for another rally at the W.T. Young Library on UK campus. That'll take place at 12:30. He'll also make a stop in Louisville. Democratic candidate Bernie Sanders will also be in Kentucky today. He'll have a rally at Waterfront Park in Louisville at 7:30. Tomorrow, he will have another rally at Heritage Hall here in Lexington.
All right, so a lot of folks, eyeing Kentucky right now, but for today, all eyes on Indiana, the Hoosier state holding its primary. The front runners in both parties are hoping for victories to help seal their nominations.
But the other candidates aren't giving up. Weijia Jiang has the latest from the campaign trail.
If we win Indiana, it's over.
With 57 delegates up for grabs, a big victory in Indiana would all but seal the Republican nomination for Donald Trump. He's currently only 244 delegates away from clinching it.
Now I'm going to start focusing on Hillary. That's going to be so easy.
The latest poll shows Trump has a 15-point lead over Ted Cruz in Indiana. Cruz barreled through the state over the past week. He had 5 stops alone on Monday. His goal is to deny Trump delegates and force a contested convention.
The entire country is depending on the state of Indiana to pull us back from this cliff.
In the Democratic race, Bernie Sanders rallied supporters here in Indianapolis. He's in a virtual tie with Hillary Clinton in Indiana, where 92 delegates are at stake. But Clinton has a commanding lead nationally.
That's because the superdelegates, party leaders who can commit to either candidate, are overwhelmingly backing Clinton. Sanders is asking them to reconsider.
By far, Bernie Sanders is the strongest candidate to defeat Donald Trump.
I really do want to just get into it.
Clinton spent the day campaigning in Kentucky and West Virginia, where voters go to the polls later this month. Weijia Jiang, CBS News, Indianapolis.
Clinton's campaign has said she hopes to have the nomination locked up by the end of May.
The community is rallying around a Lexington police officer who is now battling pancreatic cancer. Detective Philip Harrison is a 19-year veteran of the Lexington Police Department. A restaurant chain is now teaming up with the department to help raise money for his medical bills. Tomorrow, all Lexington area Raising Cane's restaurants will donate 20% of the day's sales to Detective Harrison. Lexington police say it means a lot to him.
I think it shows Philip that not only his colleagues care for him, but the community that he cares for and takes care of is wanting to give back some way to Philip and show him that they support the police officers here in Lexington.
Police say a GoFundMe page has been set up to help Detective Harrison. It's already raised more than $61,000. Time this morning is 4:40, 20 before 5, WKYT This Morning. Just getting started, and it's great to have you with us on this Tuesday morning, May 3rd.
One family is seeing double-double. We'll hear from parents of quadruplets who were recently featured on reality TV. That's ahead on WKYT This Morning.
Yes, we have a shower chance the next few days, but it's all about the temperatures as we travel off through your next 3 to 4 days. I mean, we really drop those temperatures. I'll have that coming up next.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Current temperatures are pretty cool this morning. They're not that cold, but I mean, still low to mid 50s expected early this morning as you step out the door. And there's a slight breeze too coming in from the north and northwest. That makes it a little bit cooler. But when I stepped out the door, I thought it was in the upper 40s, lower 50s. So it just shows you that that cool breeze will make it feel a little bit cooler than what it shows out at the airports. 54 degrees now in Danville. Coming in at Frankfort and Lawrenceburg, Shelbyville, Simpsonville, go down into Harrodsburg and Mercer County. We're there in the mid 50s. Mid 50s pretty much anywhere you look. Go down toward the London Corbin area, work your way into Jackson and McKee, and also heading down to Clay County. That's where we're still seeing a few raindrops sliding across the Howard Rogers Parkway. And not only that, but it's coming out of Beattyville and making its way in Boonville and making its way toward Breathitt County. That is an area that we're watching there for some flooding occurring right now, and also maybe in the next few hours too, because we're still seeing that runoff from some of those hills and some of the mountainous regions. So just keep in mind, that's not a lot of rain right there. It's just a light to moderate shower. However, it's just adding to what we already have there on the ground. We go through your day, and temperatures will be in the low to mid 60s later on this afternoon. We will have a shower chance. It's about 40%, not a great chance. Definitely not what we saw yesterday, as most of that rain still slid to the I-64 corridor and made its way eastbound. But still, we're going to be seeing at least a chance at a couple of showers here and there, but it's about the temperatures the next few days. That's what we're going to be focusing in on. So yes, the rain does continue. Not great chances, but they are there. But check this out. Possible 30s are ahead in the forecast. You'll see in your 7-day that once we slide off into mid and late week, we're going to see temperatures there in the upper 30s to lower 40s as we travel overnight. It's going to be really cold there as we approach that Thursday morning and also that Friday morning. However, Friday day looks pretty good. Saturday day looks pretty good. So good derby weather in store, as I don't see much happening during that time. We do still have a rain chance as we head off towards your Sunday. But nonetheless, as of right now, I will tell you this is bad news, but I'll tell you this rain on Sunday is increasing time-wise just a little bit. So if we continue to see that trend, remember, we're about 5 days away. So if we see that trend happen and it continues, then we may see a shower chance late on Saturday. That's something to really watch out for, because I know a lot of people have plans there for the Derby, whether you're heading there or whether you're staying here having a few parties. It's going to be a close call as of right now, but as of right now, I only have a 20% chance of rain on both Friday and Saturday, which is virtually nothing. Most of us stay dry during those days.
Got to take that away, Micah.
I know. I'm trying to push it back. A lot of people will be mad at me on that one.
Yeah, this is the kind of time of year where everybody has a wish for the weather, and it's not the way it always works out.
True.
Thank you, Mike. It's 4:46 now, and as you know, having kids makes life crazy, whether you have one child or 4. You have
crazy
2,
but
right?
fun, yes. Crazy but fun.
Right.
So having 4 at one time, I just don't think I could do that, Bill.
It'd be tough.
That would be so tough. The Gardners welcomed quadruplet baby girls. Their story is in today's Mom's Everyday Minute.
Hi, I am Monique with Moms Everyday. We are here with the wonderful Gardner family. They are famous for having 4 babies all at the same time, same age, quad mom, quad dad. So we just want to talk to them a little bit and hear their story.
We were hoping and praying for 1 child, and on the ultrasound, a few weeks later, the text says, "Hey, I'm seeing 4 in here," and we're like, and that's.
We were just hoping for 1.
That's the viral picture you see everywhere.
Yes, everyone has seen the shock.
We're both trying to figure out that day and what happened. So, in a nutshell, that's the beginning of our journey that we're still on right now.
They have defied every single odd. Every single thing has said that they should not be here. Every single doctor has said that they're not going to make it. We have daily vlogs that we put up every single day of the girls. Honestly, it just started that these are our first and our last children. I don't want to forget anything, and I feel like when you have multiples, you're in like autopilot, where I feel like the first year, I honestly don't remember most of it because I was just in survival mode. Those first couple months are hard, but just know that it's going to pass, and it's going to pass a lot quicker than you realize, and just try really hard to live in that moment and just enjoy it.
Live in the moment. Good advice there. For these tips and more, just go to WKYT.com and click on Moms Every Day.
Well, this moment is 4:48 on your Tuesday morning on WKYT. We're glad you're with us, and we have a whole lot more coming right up.
Yeah, it looks like Governor Bevin's ethics investigation into former Governor Steve Beshear's administration will continue. The latest on the investigation still ahead on WKYT this morning.
Good morning. Welcome back into WKYT this morning at 4:51 on your Tuesday. Police are planning to charge a Clay County man with murder and fetal homicide after they say he killed his pregnant girlfriend.
Family members of the suspect, Samuel Cornett, say he shot Alicia Ty in the couple's home early Saturday morning. They say she was holding the couple's 2-year-old child when she was shot. Now, some family members say they were also at the home during the shooting, but they just couldn't stop Cornett.
I wish I could have made him lay the gun down, but I couldn't. I tried, and he pointed the gun at me and told me if I didn't get out, he'd kill me.
Police say after the shooting, Cornett grabbed the child and left the home, but they did arrest him soon after. Ty died Sunday at UK Hospital.
It appears Governor Bevin's ethics investigation into former Governor Steve Beshear's administration will continue. The Executive Branch Ethics Commission said it cannot stop Governor Bevin, who said he will hire a private law firm to investigate whether Beshear violated state ethics laws. Beshear's son, Kentucky Attorney General Andy Beshear, asked the Ethics Commission to tell Governor Bevin he does not have the authority to conduct such an investigation, but the commission said it does not have the authority to stop it.
A Southern Kentucky community will bury a school teacher today. 29-year-old Brittany Fleener died just days after giving birth to twins. She taught at Williamsburg Independent School. Family members aren't saying what caused her death. Fleener's funeral is this afternoon at 2 o'clock at Crowley Funeral Home. A scholarship fund is being set up for her twins.
A newly released report says Kentucky now has the fewest number of coal jobs in more than 100 years. The state's quarterly coal report says that number has not been this low since 1898. It also says there are now fewer than 4,000 people working in eastern Kentucky's mines. That's a nearly 22% decrease from late 2015. The report also says around 1,500 jobs were lost in the first 3 months of this year. Shifting tide there, certainly. Time this morning is 4:53. Coming up next, to look at some of the stories we're working on for you this morning.
We'll also have another look at your morning forecast. That's coming up.
Good morning. Welcome back into WKYT this morning. The time is 4:56. We're rolling toward the 5 o'clock hour on your Tuesday.
Yeah, let's take a look at some of the stories we're working on at this hour.
Former President Bill Clinton will campaign for his wife in Kentucky today. He'll start with a rally at Morehead State University this morning. He has other stops across the Bluegrass planned as well, including one in Lexington. We'll take a look at the campaign schedule coming up at the top of the hour here on WKYT this morning. It looks like it's going to be another soggy day as Derby week continues, but it looks better as we get closer to the Derby.
That's so unfortunate, isn't it, Micah? What are our chances of rain today?
You know, today they're about 40%. They're not as good as yesterday. Now, yesterday that front has pushed on through now. Now the front is well back toward the southeast, and you can still see a shower making its way through Breathitt County, heading toward Magoffin County, and also northern Floyd, where you do not want the rain. That's where it's rolling through, right over that flood warning. So we'll need to be watching that. I'm going to talk about the rain chances, but really, it's about that cool air. I'll have all that coming up with another 2 hours of WKYT News.